How do you prevent user from accidentally deleting or modifying a resource without removing their access completely? Well, this is a genuine problem, right? You don't want to completely remove access from the users who have these permissions, but at the same time, you want to prevent critical resources being deleted or modified accidentally. And this is where resource lock will be very useful. So with resource lock, what you can do is you can actually lock down either deleting or modifying a resource. And these locks can be applied at a subscription or a resource group or at an individual resource level. And if the lock is applied at a parent level like subscription or resource group, then those locks will cascade down. So all the resources that comes under that particular subscription or resource group will inherit the locks. Okay. So there are two types of locks. One is called the delete lock. And when you have delete lock, then you will not be able to delete the resource. You can still read and access the resource, and you can also modify the resource, but you will not be able to delete the resource. And if you want to delete the resource, then you first need to remove the lock itself, then you will be able to delete it. So because this is a two-step process, it is very unlikely that you will delete the resource accidentally. The other type of lock is called a read-only lock. With read-only lock, even if you have all the permissions, you'll be treated as if you only have read-only permission to that resource. So it will not allow you to either delete or modify that resource. You will only be treated as a read-only user. Okay. And again, if you want to modify or delete the resource, you can remove the lock and then you can modify or delete it. But again, because this is a two-step process, it is very unlikely that you will accidentally do it. Now let's go to Azure portal and see how this lock works. Now I am in the Azure portal here. If you see here, I have this resource group called test open, and within this resource group you have this option called locks. If I go in here, you can see that I don't have any locks, right? So but I can add a lock. So I'm going to add a lock, and this lock is going to be delete lock. So there are two types. One is read only and the other one is delete. So I'm going to select delete, which means this is going to prevent me from accidentally deleting this resource group. So I'm just going to name this. Let's call it lock 1. And now the lock is created. So if I go to the overview page and try to delete this resource group, so I'm just going to click here and it's going to ask me to type the resource name. In this case, it is test. And if I say delete, it's going to ask me for confirmation. I'm going to say delete. Now, this is actually telling me that the resource group cannot be deleted because there is a lock which prevents this from being deleted. Okay, so this is what we want. So even if I have permission, we don't want to accidentally delete some critical resources. So the lock will prevent me from doing that. Now, if I actually want to delete this, I don't want this resource and I am aware of the fact that this is a critical resource and I still want to delete this, then what I can do is with enough permission, I'll be able to go in here in the locks option, then I can delete this lock. Okay, so if I delete this lock and if I go back to the overview tab again and delete this resource group, then the resource group will be deleted. Okay, you can see here the resource group has been deleted now. So as you can clearly see, with the locks, even if you have permission, you can actually stop doing something disastrous. So you'll be able to lock down your critical resources from accidentally being modified or deleted. And if you definitely want to make that change, then you'll be able to remove the lock, then make the changes, then you'll be able to add the lock back in. Okay, so that way you will not do anything accidentally. You will do things with your full awareness and it will avoid any disastrous result. Okay, so that is all I wanted to talk about Azure Resource Locks, and I hope this video is useful. Thank you.